Thanks, ET, for having me. Pleased to be here. सबसे पहले तो मैंने फर्रे बनाए यहाँ पे जब मैंने सुना कि बहुत पीछे छूट गए जेन जी के बाद जेन अल्फ़ा बीटा गामा भी आ गया है अब तो मुझे लगा कि सिर्फ यहीं पे मेरी इंजीनियरिंग काम आ जाएगी येस आई एम नेक्स्ट इन द क्यू अनदर इंजीनियर क्योंकि मुझे भी बताया गया कि इंजीनियरिंग कर लो, बहुत स्कोप है एंड दिस इज़ हाउ आई लैंडेड इनटू इंजीनियरिंग. बट मैं क्योंकि भौतिकी शास्त्र, रसायन शास्त्र और गणित के बीच में था, तो ये समझने की कोशिश कर रहा था कि इंजीनियरिंग तो करनी है बट कौन सी करनी है. देन समबडी केम एंड सेड कि सिविल इंजीनियरिंग कर लो, उसमें एवरग्रीन ब्रांच है और सबसे ज़्यादा स्कोप है. एंड दिस इज़ हाउ आई स्टार्टेड दिस कंपनी आउट ऑफ सिविल इंजीनियरिंग. हम लोग काफ़ी बात कर रहे थे डिफरेंट फील्ड्स की आफ्टर लिसनिंग टू ऋषि, रणवीर, तिलक. तो आज मुझे सिर्फ उतना ही मोटिवेशन फील हुआ जितना मुझे लास्ट टाइम एक दिन में तारे जमी पर और मैरी कॉम एक साथ देखने के बाद फील हुआ था. तो मुझे लगा कि लेट्स टॉक समथिंग इंटेलिजेंट हियर so that I should not look stupid, and I'll not talk about heart attacks. I'll talk about myocardial infarction, ischemia, angina, left bundle branch block and right bundle branch block. So I think that will make me feel intelligent. Anyways, I started this company in the beautiful valley called Dehradun. So especially when I was trying to figure out what to do next after my engineering, and startups का माहौल चल रहा था, and I thought let's do something. और बाद में बताया गया मुझे कि इसी को तो स्टार्टअप बोलते हैं. So when we talk about heart attacks, when we talk about chest pain, what usually we do at the last mile. Cardiovascular disease, heart attacks are the leading killer in the world, and this is the only field which we care the least at the last mile. We all have grown up listening that somebody had a chest pain, somebody had a heart attack. जब तक हम लोगों को पता चलता कि ये heart attack था और जब तक हम उनको लेके जाते हॉस्पिटल तक, it was too late. And it has become a everyday story. But what we do about this at the last mile, let's hear out some people. What is the awareness level at the last mile when somebody face a chest pain, or what people know? So we did a social survey to understand that, and that's what people do. Can we have the audio, please? Okay, anyways, so what usually happens when somebody talks about heart attack or a chest pain? So ajwain is the most popular remedy in our homes, and people also believe in lal mirch, and that's the actual story. These people which I was about to showcase was talking about lal mirch खिला दो अगर किसी को heart attack होता है, या अजवाइन का गर्म पानी पिला दो. So when you go and speak with a cardiologist, you will get to know that usually people waste 10 to 12 hours before actually reaching out to a doctor or a cardiologist after having a heart attack. And we always miss that golden period. How it happens, why it happens. So this machine which you can see, it's called an ECG machine. And we all have heard about ECGs. This machine is the primary tool to diagnose an abnormal heart, and the first test which everybody does. It's been invented 100 years ago, but it's still limited to a hospital or a tertiary care facility. You will not see any penetration of a cardiac diagnostic tool or ECG at the last mile. Forget about homes, not even the clinics. What limits it? This is how a report looks like from a conventional ECG machine. And even for an engineer, it was an kala akshar bhains barabar, and it doesn't mean anything to a non-medical person at all, not even the primary practitioners. So this was one of the fact that this tool has not penetrated at the last mile. So we figured out there are a couple of problems which we are trying to solve. We have to reduce the complexity. We don't need a technician or an operator to operate that machine, and of course we should not depend on a cardiologist always to do very preliminary line of interpretation that whether I need to see a doctor or not. And the last one is it has to be affordable. So how did we do this? So this is how the whole story started. We have seen and used these briefcase for the ages, right? And we were, हम लोग रगड़ रहे थे इन्हीं bags को लेके घूम रहे थे हमेशा. Then some intelligent, people came and then said, let's put two wheels into this briefcase. And eventually, we saw that the whole scenario has got changed. And then we were again, carrying this briefcase with two wheels for the ages. Then some more people came and said, let's put two more wheels to it so that it becomes more convenient and accessible for the people. And now, you see a simple yet very effective solution. So I found a team which helped me to build that solution for the heart care. This is my team, and people know us from the Shark Tank. What we did, we used a smartphone, which is 10,000 times faster than the computer, which made the landing happen at Apollo, during the Apollo mission at Moon. So since we have that capable machine in our pocket, why can't we use it for something good? And that idea actually helped us to make cardiac diagnosis cheaper than a cup of tea. So meet solution, which is called Spandan. This is world's smallest and the smartest cardiac diagnostic tool, which helps to diagnose an abnormal heart just on your smartphone without an expertise. Works without any battery, without any internet. It weighs only 12 gram, smaller than your car key. You can carry it anywhere, and it gives you best in the class accuracy, which is more than 99.7% accurate. Now, once you have a ECG, what to do next with that? So we do the complete heart care and heart attack management. So this is an AI monitor which we developed, AI engine, which without an internet, which immediately gives you whether, it suggests you whether you need to take any action or not, whether you need to see a doctor immediately, or you can make an appointment and see a doctor, or you're absolutely fine. So these are our small efforts to democratize and commoditize cardiac diagnosis at the last mile. Today, at more than 2,000 plus pin codes, from a tribal healthcare centers to a rural community centers in Himalayan region, to the defense utilities, or to countless cases, we have deployed and saved more than 3,000 lives in less than 1 year. People have taught us so much that one of the vet doctor came to me and said, hey, I used your device on a crocodile, and somebody else came and said, hey, I used your device on a 2-day-old baby. So this is what as a product designer and engineer we learn from the users. This is how it works. You just plug it with your phone. The application will guide you how to use it. You choose the test. You don't need any expertise or the training. You just put on the chest as your application guides you, and then you get the instant result on the phone, which is much more efficient, faster, and better than a conventional ECG machine. All of this happens in 1/10 of the cost of the usual machine, and we make it affordable into less than $100, which is free for free forever after that. So we detect all possible kind of heart attacks, MI, LVB, RVB, as I mentioned, these all big terms. Arrhythmias. Skipping a heartbeat is not always happens in love. This is a medical condition which is called arrhythmia, and we do detect that. So whenever you feel like that, So do use Spandan, and this is the impact which we have been able to make. Recorded 10 million heartbeats with just 15,000 active devices. And I want to share this story with you, which we recently did in Kedarnath. I'm sure all of us know Kedarnath, right? So in Kedarnath, there is a almost 20-kilometer trek from the base camp. And last year when Yatra started, in first 2 months, 107 deaths happened. Out of these 107, 102 happened just due to heart attacks. And the reason is people who are actually having the abnormal conditions don't know about it. Like my father. My father had उनकी धड़कन बढ़ गई थी और उनको लग रहा था कि उनको गैस हो रहा है, which happens with 20 lakh people every year in this country, and they treat themselves just with a gas tablet or some home remedies. So we use Spandan without any doctor, just with the 3 paramedic staff there, and worked on a heart attack management module where we use Spandan to diagnose the patients who are having the symptoms, and did the preliminary check for all the patients, all the pilgrims who were 45 age above. And in just 3 months, we reduced the number of deaths from 102 per million to just 12 per million. So this is what the kind of impact which we can make at the last mile by just creating the awareness and providing the access at the right time, and to create the reach to the last mile. So when I was starting this company, the idea was to create a device which can just monitor heart on the phone. But it is the market which actually showcase you the path ahead. And I never thought that this is the device which will be eventually able to monitor astronauts, their heart dynamics in the space, being the part of India's first human space mission. That's what we do. So what worked for me as a while solving this problem. So the approach which we take if we are building a car, so we take the first approach as you can see here. So we design a wheel, then another wheel, then chassis, then create a car. But actually when we try to solve a problem in the gray area, in the point blank space, so we have to figure out a solution which solves the mobility issue rather than building a car directly. And that was my biggest learning in this whole journey. And this is how we have been able to make a prototype which may not look like a final product, but it should work like a final product. And I hope we would be able to save more and more lives in the coming future, because we believe that no death in this world should happen due to a preventable heart attack. Thank you so much.